Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be showing you 10 books that I want to read this summer. These are like 10 of the top books that are just sitting on my summer TBR because most of them are contemporaries and summer is just a great time to read those. So I'm gonna get started. First up, I have a book that everyone has been talking about lately, and that is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I love Morgan Matson's books. This is her newest one. It just came out in this past May. I haven't shown it in a book haul yet because I haven't yet filmed my May book haul because I'm super behind from wedding stuff, as you guys will know because I've said it in like tons of videos already. I posted my Disney Moon haul and stuff, and yeah, whatever. So anyway, I am really looking forward to reading this book. I have heard amazing things about it so far, and it's actually like pretty big for a contemporary. It's over 500 pages, which usually contemporaries are between 300 and 400 pages. So I'm looking forward to having extra Morgan Matson to read. It follows a girl named Andy who has an internship lined up for the summer, and she has all of her things, like all of her plans and everything are all set. She is one of those people that is like a type A planner. And then suddenly her dad, who's a congressman, he becomes involved in this major scandal. And then he ends up having to move home for the summer. And it's something that like he hasn't been home in a really long time. So she's not used to that. And then her internship gets pulled and she ends up taking a job as a dog walker, which is why there are so many cute puppies on the cover of this book. It's just about her trying to figure out whether her incessant planning is the best way to be living her life, or maybe she's missing out on things and she should kind of slow down and take things as they come. So it sounds really interesting, especially to someone like me who is a type A planner. Then I have When We Collided by Emery Lord. I have read Emery Lord's first book. I haven't read her second book yet, but I want to read that one as well. But this one has just been getting so much attention that I kind of want to read it first because I've been hearing so much about it and I don't want it to get spoiled for me before I am able to read it. It takes place during the summer and it follows a girl and a guy and they have a relationship, or they form a relationship, and I know that the boy comes from a family who lost their father, and he's a chef and he has kind of taken over as like the main like person that's running the family because everyone's obviously devastated about this. And then he meets this girl and she is struggling with a mental illness. I'm not sure which one it is, and I've heard that it can be a spoiler to find out. So anytime that anyone has almost mentioned it, I have like X'd out of their videos because I don't want to know until I read it and find out as I'm supposed to in the story. But I'm really excited about this one and I love Emery Lord. And also Emery Lord has a really awesome newsletter that you can sign up for online called the Paris Geller School for Girls. Also, anyone who's a fan of Gilmore Girls will probably appreciate the title of that newsletter. So far, I have only received one of them, and it was really interesting because she interviewed a YA author who is also a surgeon, and it's just really cool. She's been interviewing female authors who could serve as an inspiration for young girls. So it's really interesting, and I really enjoyed the first one, and I'm really looking forward to getting more of those in my inbox. Next up, I am going to read The Geek's Guide to Unrequited Love by Sarvanez Tash. I'm actually currently reading this book and I really am enjoying it so far. Part of the reason that I love it so much is because it takes place in New York, which is my city. But not only that, it takes place at New York Comic-Con, which is like my home convention that I've been going to for years and years and years. And what's really cool too is that the cover photo is actually taken right outside the Javits Center, which is where New York Comic Con is held, and also Book Expo America for anyone who has gone to BEA in New York. That'll probably look familiar. I just think that's really cool, and it follows a guy and a girl who are going to New York Comic Con. They've been best friends for a really long time. The guy is in love with the girl and he's trying to figure out how to tell her what the perfect way to do it is, and how to have like a grand gesture without being too over the top and scaring her. And it just sounds really adorable, and I can totally relate to it because they're huge fans of things and I'm a huge fan of lots of things. So I can like, I don't know, I can just put myself in their shoes, and I think it's really good so far, and It's really short, which is nice. So I'm probably going to finish this like very soon. Then I have The Thousandth Floor by Katherine McGee. This is an ARC that I have that I got at BEA. There's actually a really, really nice new cover that was released for it that you can see if you look on Goodreads. So I'll put a link to the book down below so you can admire the new cover. This book sounds really cool. It takes place in the future in, I believe it's 2119. Sorry, it's 2118. And it follows a group of privileged Manhattanites who are living in this new skyscraper that's the tallest skyscraper. There are 1,000 floors and they live on the 1,000th floor. And the book starts with somebody falling to their death. The book has been pitched as Pretty Little Liars meets Gossip Girl, and I loved both of those series, so I feel like I'm also gonna love this book. And I like that it has like a cool sci-fi twist because it takes place in the future, so it just sounds interesting to me. It comes out the end of August. I want to say it's like August 30th. So I'm definitely just looking forward to reading this one, and I'm totally gonna get a finished copy because the new cover is amazing. Next I have Tell Me Three Things by Julie Buxbaum. This follows a girl named Jessie who her father gets remarried and moves to LA, and then she starts attending a prep school in LA, and she's totally not fitting in and nothing is really going according to plan in her first week of high school until she gets a mysterious message online from somebody with the screen name SN for Somebody Nobody, and she ends up like kind of opening up to them and they open up to her, and the two of them build this online relationship, and then she becomes more interested in continuing her schooling because she has this person that she can kind of depend on. And then obviously I think there's going to be some kind of figuring out who it could be and possibly meeting, and who knows, but it sounds really, really cute, and the cover has waffles on it, so how could it not be good? Then I have A Girl Against the Universe by Paula Stokes. This book follows a girl named McGuire who thinks that she is incredibly unlucky, and part of the reason is because she was in a car accident with her whole family, and I believe that she was the only survivor, so she just becomes convinced that she's bad luck, and then she starts spending as much time inside as she can because she doesn't want anybody else to be in a bad situation because of her. This book is kind of about her getting help and realizing that she isn't unlucky and that she really needs to live her life and she can't be afraid and just stay at home all the time. So this just sounds like something that's going to be really, really good. I know that there is a romance in it as well, and I've heard really good things about it from reliable book bloggers, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Then I want to read Summer Days and Summer Nights, which is edited by Stephanie Perkins, and it has short stories in it from a whole bunch of YA authors, including Leigh Bardugo and Nina LaCour, Lev Grossman, Cassandra Clare, Libba Bray, Jennifer E. Smith. So just like a whole bunch of YA authors that I really like. I really enjoyed the holiday version of this book that took place like in the winter around Christmas and New Year's. I thought they were really cute, so I'm hoping that the summer ones are just as good. And this is the UK edition. I have the UK edition of the winter one also, and I just think that the covers are so much better than the US covers. Like I would never buy one of these that was not the UK cover anymore. I had to wait almost a whole extra month just to get this one because it was released on a different day, but it was totally worth it in my opinion. And the pages are yellow, like the sun. Then I want to read Scarlett Epstein Hates It Here by Anna Breslau. This follows a girl named Scarlett who is obsessed with the TV show and it gets canceled, and then she turns to the internet and fanfic boards and starts writing about her classmates that she goes to school with, and supposedly it just gets very interesting. I've heard that it is a hilarious book and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I really like reading about characters that have major fandoms like Kath from Fangirl and hopefully this book now, and also the book that I'm currently reading. So I just think that this is going to be something that I'm going to be able to relate to, and I think it's going to be really fun to see the kind of conflict that Scarlett gets into, because how could she be writing about her class without them finding out? I just like foresee that happening. Then I want to read The Shadow Hour by Melissa Gray. This book is the sequel to The Girl at Midnight, and I have been waiting like forever to get this, and Melissa gave it to me at my bridal shower, and I was so thankful, but I've been so busy wedding planning that I've been really behind on reading, so now I'm like really excited to be able to dive into it and give it my full attention and not have to like think about anything else while I'm reading it. And she's actually having a launch party too for her book at Books of Wonder in New York City on, I think the day it comes, or yeah, the day that it comes out on July 12th. So I'm definitely absolutely going to that one. I went to the one last year and there were cupcakes and drinks and it was so much fun and I can't wait to do that again. And I can't wait to read this book. The last book that I have on this list is Summer Girls by Alison Umninger. This follows a girl named Anna who steals her stepmom's credit card, runs away to LA, and starts living with her stepsister Delia. And then she, I guess, begins working on different like movie and TV sets, and she becomes involved in a project where she starts researching the Manson girls, like the girls that started following Charles Manson and found him to be fascinating and everything. So it sounds really interesting. It says that she starts beginning to relate to them, not in any way the same, like where she feels like the violence is right, but she begins to feel like them in the sense that she feels lost in her life and she's kind of trying to like discover who she is and figure out where she belongs. So I loved self-discovery stories and I think that this sounds like a really good summer one to check out. So those are 10 books that I am planning on reading this summer. I cannot wait to get to them. I'm so excited to be back to reading and to be back to focusing and to not be wedding planning. So anyway, yeah, you'll be seeing more videos from me and I'm just really happy to be back. I know I said that already, but I just really am. So these are the things that I want to read. I would love to know what you guys are planning on reading this summer, especially if you have any contemporaries in mind, because I just feel like those are so perfect for summer. So let me know in the comments down below and I will see you guys really soon with a new video. Bye!